here we are going to do the threading for half-inch pipe. So first we have to choose the cutters, half-inch cutters. Okay, after choosing we have to choose the guide also. So you can see there are different types of cutters here. Okay, so these are 1.5 inch cutters, okay, 1 inch cutters and 3/4 inch cutters. Okay, so these are half inch, these are half inch cutters, 3/4 inch, 1 inch and 1.5 inch. Okay, so after choosing the pipe, now we are going to do the threading for half inch. So we are going to choose half inch cutters. Then same way there are guides are there. So what is the use of the guide? It will hold the pipe at one place. If you don't fix the guide, so when we are going to do the threading, the pipe will move too much. That's why you have to use the guide. Okay, so for half inch I can't use 3/4 inch guide, so the play here it is too much, so I am going to use half inch guide. So the diameter of the pipe and the guide diameter, it is almost same. Okay, so you can remove the guide. For that you need a spanner. So there is a nut for the die set. You have to make it loose. You can remove the guide. Okay, and according to the pipe you have to put it. So I am going to use half inch pipe. So I am going to put half inch guide in the die set and make it tight. Okay, so after making it tight, I am going to choose half inch cutters. So how to choose the cutters? So if there are many pieces here, okay, you have to use half inch cutters only. And in half inch cutters there are, I might have 2-3 sets of half inch. So I have to, on the one side of the cutter there are the size of the pipe, it is written half inch, okay, BSP, and on the other side you can see the same numbers are written. Okay, for example this number it is 94. Okay, so you can see on this also it is 94, on the other cutter the number is also 94. So you have to choose the same cutter, so that while doing the threading the pitch it will cut the same threads, otherwise the pitch for each cutter it is different. That's why first we have to choose half inch cutters, and then we have to find the same number cutters. After finding them we have to put it in the guide, this thing, die set. So you can see the cutters, it is having a teeth here, cutting threads are there, and if you see minutely here the chamfering it is given. So this will help us while doing the threading. This part, the chamfer part, it will go in the pipe. This way I can't put it like this and do the threading. So the die set it will go where only the chamfering part it will go and stop the cutter. It will not go more than that. Okay, that's why the chamfer part is given. Okay, either you have to see the chamfer part or you have to keep the number on top. So when you place it, you have to see the number, keep it on top. Okay, see, I can see the number from here. You should not put it upside down. So if you are going to put it like this, it is wrong. Okay, when I am placing it inside the die, you see that you have to see both the numbers or the chamfer part, it should remain on top, and then I am going to put a nut. Okay, after putting the nut I have to make it tight so that the cutters don't fall down. Okay, and when you are holding the die set you have to hold it in this position. Okay, so you have to never hold the die set in this position. If you are going to hold it like this and by mistake if your backside nut it is loose, the cutters are going to fall down. That's why when you are holding it, you see that always hold the die set in vertical position. Okay, you need a spanner. Okay, Teflon tape. So after doing the threading we are just going to fit a tap. Okay, I will show you how to do the fitting of the tap. So we are going to start. Okay, so this is a pipe voice. There are different types of voices. Okay, but pipe wise it is used to hold round pipes. That's why you can see the shape it is different. Okay, so you have to put the pipe in the pipe wise, you make it tight. Okay, so after making it tight you get your die set. Okay, so now you can see the gap between the cutters, it is too much. You have to maintain the gap, you have to keep equal gap, you have to do the adjustment according to the diameter of the pipe. So if I put it like this, it will go inside. That's why I have to do the adjustment. If you don't do the adjustment properly between both the cutters, only one cutter is going to cut the material. That's why I have to get it in the center. Okay, do the adjustment both the sides. So if I move the nut, the cutter is going to come inside. So move it. Okay, keep equal gap between both the cutters, and then you make the backside nut tight and then insert the die in the pipe. Okay, see, after pressing also it will not go more inside, so it will go and stop where the chamfer it is given. Okay, and then after inserting like this, you have to hold the die set in this position. Okay, and press it inside and take the first cut. Okay, so the first cut you have to just press it and go on turning. If the first cut it is too tight, then you have to make it loose, and a slight cut you have to take it. Okay, okay, you go inside till the pipe comes out. This is the first cut. Okay, then you have to take it back. When you're taking it back, turn the die set more than half, but don't take it completely out. Okay, and then again you do the adjustment. Tight little both the side, little. Don't tight too much also, you are going to spoil the threading part. So after doing the adjustment, the second cut, when you're taking the second cut, you have to take one full round and little bit back. Okay, then again I am going to take a full turn and back, again full turn and little bit back. Okay, so again when the pipe is level, I am going to stop it. So the first cut I am going to take it without taking it back. I am taking a continuous cut. The second cut I am going to take one full round and backside. So I have to take it backside because you can see after cutting the cutters are going to cut the threads. So the extra material it will come out. These are called chips. So if you don't take it back, the chips are going to clog inside, and then the threading part it will not become proper. That's why in order to cut the chips, I have to take the die set back. Okay, so again I have completed two cuts. Again I am going to take the die set back more than half. Okay, again I am going to tight little. If it is GI, no problem, but for PVC, if you are going to do the threading for PVC, you have to take care. If you tight it more excess, the pipe is going to break. Okay, so that's why when you are going to do the threading, you have to take care and do the this thing. So the same way, third cut, you take one full round back. Okay, I have completed 3 rounds now. Now I am going to take it back. See. Okay, my 3 cuts are over. So I am going to take the 4th cut, but I am not going to make the nuts tight. Only to clean the threads, I am going to turn it freely. Okay, and then I am going to take the full die set out. Okay, so oil is not required for PVC. Okay. Okay, so on the pipe you can see the threads are ready. But if you are doing it for GI, when you are doing the threading, we have to apply oil and do the threading.
Lubricate.
Yeah, for lubrication. Okay, and if you are doing it for PVC, no oil is required because it is soft. So after finishing, never touch the threaded part with your finger like this. So this is soft, it will not cut your finger. But if you are going to do it for GI pipe, it is, the threads are very sharp and you might cut your finger. So in order to, you can see there are fine chips are there on the this thing, threaded part. So to clean them, you have to take a socket like this or any fitting like elbow, key, whatever is available, okay, and you tap it. So when you tap it, the extra chips which are there, they will fall down, and then you check the threads if the threads are proper or no. So I am checking the threads with the help of socket, GI socket. So the socket should fit properly for the threads. Okay. Okay. So the threads are ready. Now I have to fix the socket on the pipe, and then we are going to fix the tap. So to fix the tap, we need a socket which is having threads inside. Okay. So and this is the tap, it is having threads outside. This is female and male. Okay. And then I have to make it tight. Before that, to prevent the leakage, we got here, we call it a Teflon tape. Okay. So you have to apply the Teflon tape. So when you are applying the Teflon tape, the opening part you have to keep it in front. You have to put your finger inside and hold with your thumb so that it doesn't fall down. And you have to always apply the Teflon tape in clockwise direction. Okay. So how much it is required, you see, you apply it and cut and remove, and then you put a socket. Okay. So after putting it by hand to make it tight, what is required? We call it a pipe wrench. So this can be adjustable. So you can make it big and small. If you are having a 1.5 inch pipe, you have to increase the diameter, but we got a pipe of 1/2 inch. So you have to make it less, and you see that, put it inside. Okay. So it will take a grip. You hold, don't hold it like this. You have to hold with one hand, and you have to hold it for the handle and then turn it. Okay. So the socket is made tight for the pipe, so there is no leakage now. Okay. And then we are going to put a tape for the socket. So you have to apply Teflon tape for the socket. And then you have to put a tape. Okay. So your tape is ready now. You have done the threading. Okay. You have checked the threading by using a socket. Once the threads are ready, you have put Teflon tape and you have made the socket tight for the pipe, and then we have assembled we have fixed a tape. Okay. So all the fittings are available in 1/2 inch. Okay. It might be anything like tap. Okay. Tap, angle cock, pillar cock, which are there for the basin. Okay. That all the fittings, they are available mostly in 1/2 inches. Okay. And same way for PVC, we are going to do the work on the PVC pipe. Okay. So this is a wide or UPVC pipe, we call it, and suppose I want to fix it, we got a glue which is called solution. We have to apply it for the pipe. Okay. The solution, first we have to apply it on the pipe, and then for the fitting. So this is a point elbow, we call it. Mostly we call it a brass point elbow. Okay, it is 1/2 inch by 3/4 inch. Okay, and this is a socket, same socket which I am used here for the, it is GI, and this is PVC socket. It is, we call it a point socket. Same way, inside there are threads are there. Okay, this is made of brass. Okay, the threaded part, it is, the tab can be fitted same. Okay, it is having 1/2 inch threads here. Okay, first I have to apply the solution for the socket and for the pipe, and then I have to press it, it will go inside. So after putting it here, I am not going to apply solution and show for you, because if I apply solution, my socket, it is useless, so I can't remove it back. That's why I am going to show you without applying solution. But if you are doing a real work on the site, you have to apply solution. Okay, and you have to apply solution for the socket also, and then press it inside and wait for some time. After putting it inside, if you are going to leave it immediately, it will come out. So you have to hold it for 2-3 seconds so that it gets hard, and then you can remove it. Okay, and then same way we have to apply Teflon tape for the tab or whatever fitting it is, and then we can assemble it. Okay, the same way. So I have shown you 2 types of fitting. This is done on the GI fitting, and this is PVC fitting. Okay, all the best.